Hey there guys, Spazzy Dragon here, aka Syndromes, and welcome back once more to Avorion, and the pilot episode for our next playthrough called Jerry the Junker. So, the idea for this Let's Play is a amalgamation between three separate suggestions by you, the viewers, that I handpicked out of a submission box, and then stitched together into what I think is going to be interesting. Whether or not that's actually true remains to be seen. So the idea of Jerry the Junker is already kind of portrayed in its name. Jerry the Junker is a junker, so he is a scrapper, a person in space who survives off salvage, essentially. And so the overall goal of this episode is to play it for 2 weeks, which means 14 episodes, 20 to 30 minutes each, and see how far we can go with this sort of limitation. So, I'm going to start it right now. I'm going to select a new galaxy. The name of the galaxy is going to be Jerry the Junker. We are going to be playing on Insane this time, with full collision damage, and start off. So, as you might already expect, what's coming on is that Jerry, as a junker, is obviously not a miner, which means that we are not able to gain resources from asteroids. We cannot engage in mining. The only interaction we can have with rocks is either claiming large asteroids or ramming them by accident. That is the full extent of our interaction with rocks. Furthermore, Jerry can use every single type of material there is. I have access from iron all the way to Avorion if I can obtain it. So there's no limits like that as in comparison with the previous Let's Play. But there is a catch. Yes, I can obtain materials by salvaging ships. But the catch, the gimmick, is that I cannot stockpile material. So what does that actually mean? So if we go into our player menu, you will see our current count for iron, titanium, neonite, tritium, blah 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 blah. As I progress through the game, every single time I have the chance to do so, I have to, by the game rules, by the Let's Play rules, I have to go into the build menu and use up all of the material that I have. I have to keep the stockpiles as close to zero as possible. Because Jerry's ship is his ship. That is his home. He has nowhere to stockpile these things, and so he is just going to keep tacking on anything that he can unbolt from other, less fortunate people. So this at first doesn't really seem like a big deal until you start thinking about what happens when the ship takes damage. So essentially this means that I'm going to be using a lot of the discard of damaged blocks function because there's physically no way for me to repair the ship's lost blocks. Because again, I have to put everything on the ship and I cannot stockpile it. In terms of additional AI ships, I can have small shuttles, which means that any ship that is not my main ship may not exceed one system, which means that anything, basically, you know what I mean. I cannot have anything that has more than one system on it. That is that. So, I'm very curious to see how this is going to run. It's kind of obvious that, oh yeah, and the third rule that I was requested is that the ship cannot be symmetrical, in that in the building mode, I'm forbidden from using the mirror tool. I have to make the ship look as scrappy as possible, and yeah. And just a small side note, I have to salvage everything, but as a kind of safety net, I can buy iron, and only iron, from depots. That is the only thing that I can obtain without salvage. Anything else but iron, I can, anything that isn't iron, I have to pinch off of people. And obviously I also have to sell my starting weapons in terms of the mining turrets, because I cannot use them anyway, so I might as well sell them. So the start of our little adventure is going to be rather straightforward. I will find that one big claimable asteroid in this field. I'm going to sell it. I'm going to buy whatever amount of iron I can, and after that, I'm going to be using it to, and hopefully, the nearby equipment vendor can actually sell us some salvage turrets, because that is going to be our bread and butter. So let's just hope for the best. Anyway, that is the overall idea here, and I hope to see you in the first episode. Spazzy out.